I'm a little red. Not because of the sun. Not because the fact that the Blue Jackets were eliminated by the Penguins since the last time we were on this program. Not because the Tigers have been struggling. It's because of the fact that everything in my world is turning from plain white to red and blue. Why don't you sit back, relax. Hashtag AAA is back. Right here on ClayFan 2, 3. And take me home tonight, baby. Oh, God, I love it. Cash, cash! Pieces, but I need this, yeah, I need this. You're my fault, my weakness. When did you turn so cold? You cut me down to the bone. Now you're dancing all over my soul. Right, yeah, I'm playing that. Play that now! Take you home tonight. Can the Rangers take home the cup? Or will it be a king hoisting the cup? We'll find out. Take Me Home by Cash, Cash, Cash. We begin this afternoon by saying something I haven't said in a long time. I love you guys, and welcome back to the summer edition of All Andy Alfred, a production of ClayFan 2, 3. I am your host, Andy Alfred, welcoming you into the Man Cave Studios, welcoming you into another summer sizzling edition of All Andy Alfred right here. It is a pleasure to be back on the program with you guys here. Glad to be back here on ClayFan 2, 3, of course. It's been a privilege and honor. We've been off on hiatus since April, of course, but the Blue Jackets were eliminated by the Pittsburgh Penguins, and I'll get into what I saw at Nationwide, of course. I got a lot to get into, so let's get into what happened this past weekend. We are 30 days into the baseball season, ladies and gentlemen. And the Tigers have a commanding lead in the AL Central with 28-19, but as of late, they're falling apart quicker than a Dollar General sweater. I tell you what, the Tigers were a winner on Friday night, though, against Texas, 7-2. Anibal Sanchez gets a win. He goes down to 2-2 with a 2.83 ERA. Baker gets a loss. He goes to 0-1 with a 6.35 ERA. Austin Jackson homered for the Detroit Tigers, his third of the season. Andy Romine had his first home run that hit off the foul pole on Friday evening for that one. Then the floodgates opened up. 24 runs in the span of 2 games for the Texas Rangers as the Tigers got beat Saturday 12-2. Rick Porcello gets the loss. Martinez the win. Beltre and Murphy homered. 12-2 was the final. And then on Sunday, the Tigers lost 12-4, and Justin Verlander, the ace of the Detroit Tigers staff, roughed up in that affair as the Tigers lost 12-4. Verlander now goes to 5-4 with a 4.04 ERA. Lewis gets the win for the Texas Rangers. He's now 4-3 with a 5.10 ERA. Now yesterday, oh God, I knew we were going to lose that game, but I didn't think we were going to get shut out. I did not think we were going to get shut out, folks. Tigers lose 10-0 to Steve Pepperaki and the Oakland A's. Oh, you gotta be kidding me! You gotta be kidding me! Drew Smyly gets the loss. goes to 2-3 with a 3.86 ERA. Tommy Malone gets the win. He goes to 3-3 with a 3.50 ERA. Moss, his 12th of the season, blanks his first for the Oakland A's. Now tonight, the Tigers will get back into action. They'll take on those A's again in this 3-game series before heading to Seattle. Tonight it will be Oakland. Throwing on the hill will be Gray. Gray is a solid pitcher so far this season. He'll be faced up against Max Scherzer. 10:05 start time on Fox Sports Ohio. Wednesday will be Anibal Sanchez versus Scott Kazmir, the former Cleveland Indian pitcher. And then Thursday, the afternoon game for you, Rick Porcello on the hill will take on Chavez for the Oakland A's. And I got to get into the Tigers really quick, too. It's a given that they've probably won the division already. How poorly the division is, and I'll tell you how poorly the division is in just a little bit. But I think I might be wrong on my baseball predictions. I think Nick DeVera might be calling me sooner or later and saying you should have listened to me in the first place. We'll have Nick on sooner or later when we get the summer sizzling edition of All Andy Alfred all rolling a little bit more. Nick DeVera, the baseball hipster. You can follow him on his website. You can check underneath the comment underneath our page to check out his website. He is a MLB writer. But getting more into MLB action, and since we're in Ohio, of course, I know you fans in Ohio love the Cleveland Indians, the Windians, I call them. They had a little bit of a hard time against Baltimore Friday and Sunday, but picked up a big win on Saturday, roughing up the former pitcher of all the But Friday night, the Indians were a loser 8-4. Bud Norris gets the win. He goes to 3-4 with a 3.86 ERA. House for Cleveland gets the loss. He goes to now 0-1 with a 6.43 ERA. Jambino! Makahania hit you a home run. Jason Jambi hit his first of the season on Friday night. Cruz, his 15th. Davis, crushed Davis, 7th of the season on Friday. Saturday, the Indians were winner 9-0. Corey Kluber getting the shutout for them. Kluber going a solid game. Kluber goes now to 5-3 with a 3.10 ERA with the win. Jimenez gets the loss. He goes to 2-6 with a 4.98 ERA. Carlos Santana is 6th home run of the season. Then Sunday, Gonzalez gets the big victory for the O's. He's now 3-3 with a 4.35 ERA. Bauer gets the loss now. He goes to 1-2 with a 3.86 ERA. Cruz, his 16th, and Manny Machado, I call him the Chipmunk, he is his 2nd of the season. Britton gets the save for the A's on Sunday. And then yesterday afternoon, on Monday, the Indians hit the road to take on the Sox 35th and Shields Chicago White Sox. The White Sox getting a big victory, 6-2, after they got rolled over a little bit, splitting the series against the New York Yankees this past weekend. And Catana gets the win. He goes to 3-4 with a 3.61 ERA. Tomlin gets the loss. He goes to 3-2 with a 3.04 ERA. Viciedo had a bomb of a home run. His 5th of the season. Darren Downs gets the save, his 1st of the season. Now tonight the Indians it will be a great pitching matchup. This is a recommendation of the night. If you're not doing anything and you want to watch some good baseball tonight, it's a good matchup in the south side of Chicago. If you want to, you can drive on over there. It's a 3 or 4 hour drive, I believe. I don't know how far it is from here to Chicago. I'm just guessing 3 to 4 hours, maybe 4 or 5, maybe. But so I might as well hit the road now, of course. But be Justin Masterson on the hill tonight for the Cleveland Indians. He'll face Chris Sale. Sale coming off of a great outing the last time, coming off of the DL. That game at 8-10 on ST. And then Wednesday, the concluding game, TJ House for the Indians. It will be opposing him will be Hector Noyes for the Pale Hose of the South Side. And then Thursday, the Indians are off before returning home for a 3-game series against the Colorado Rockies. Yesterday in Major League Baseball, a lot of day games and a lot of mid-evening games, of course. Renew almost having the perfect game broken up by Todd Frazier of the Cincinnati Reds, but the Dodgers getting the big win 4-3. Boston was a winner, snapping the 10-game losing streak 8-6 over the Braves. Pittsburgh 5, the Mets 3. The Nationals were a winner 3-2 over the Washington. The Marlins were a winner 3-2 over the Washington Nationals. Baltimore was a winner 7-6 over Milwaukee. Texas 7, Minnesota 2. The Chicago Cubs were a winner. Jeff Samardzija getting his first win of the season. He's the best ERA in all of the National League. Does not have a win. He gets his first win yesterday. As the Cubs win 8-4. The Angels were a loser 5-1 to the Seattle Mariners. The Yankees were a winner 6-4 over the St. Louis Cardinals. Philadelphia 9, Colorado nothing. After being blanked and no hit by Josh Beckett and the LA Dodgers. Congratulations to Josh Beckett. We wouldn't have thought it would have been Josh Beckett to pitch the first no-hitter of the season. I didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't really think it was going to happen until we got into July or August, when the players are really getting tired. Toronto was a winner 10-5 over Tampa Bay. Houston 9, Kansas City 2. And the late game, of course, Arizona was a winner 7-5 over the Padres. Now looking at the AL Central, this is what the standings look like. Your Detroit Tigers are 28-19, 3-7 in their last 10 games. They lead the division though, because Chicago is 26-27. They're not above 500 yet. 5-5 in their last 10, 5 games out of first place. The Kansas City Royals are 24-26, 4-6 in their last 10, 5.5 games out. Minnesota is 5.5 as well too. They're 23-25, and rounding out the division is my pick, the Cleveland Indians. They're 24-28, 6.5 games out of first place. But a lot to get into, of course, too. Of course, we base this show out of Toledo, Ohio, of course, in the Man Cave Studios. This is now Studio 71 now. It was originally 61, 16, 18... Now 71 for Nick Foligno of the Columbus Blue Jackets. And hashtag, we are the fifth line, of course, for Blue Jacket fans. Friday night, but since we're based out of Toledo, we talk a little bit of minor league baseball as well, too. Because, of course, Toledo, Ohio is known for two things. Tony Pacos, three. Tony Pacos, Jamie Farr, and the Toledo Mud Hens, of course. The Mud Hens are our home team, and the Mud Hens are doing pretty well. I will admit they're doing pretty well early on in the season with the new management crew. Friday night they go into Lehigh Valley and win 7-3. McCoy gets the win. He goes to 2-0 with a 0 ERA. Lincoln gets the loss for Lehigh Valley, a minor league farm team of the Philadelphia Phillies. 1-2 for the 4.23 ERA. Ruff gets his 5th home run of the season. Castro, his 3rd save for the Mud Hens, goes to Miller, his 2nd no home runs for Toledo. Saturday was Lehigh Valley was a winner 1-0. Lobstein had a great outing, but it was roughed up. As the Lobstein gets the loss, he goes to 3-5 with a 3.71 ERA. Chris Buchek, the former Mud Hen, gets the win. He goes to 1-0 with a 0 ERA. Gillies gets the save, his 2nd of the season. No home runs hit for either team. Then Sunday, of course, a big game. The Mud Hens win 4-0. Hardy gets the win. He goes to 2-2 with a 3.13 ERA. Smith gets the loss. He goes to 4-2 with a 3.74. Serranis and Ezekiel Carrera homered for Toledo. No home runs hit for Lehigh Valley. And then last night, the Mud Hens returned home for the homestand to take on the Durham Bulls in a 4-game set. Durham going into Columbus this past weekend and sweeping the Clippers in 4 games. Durham starting off on a hot page. They win yesterday 4-3. Vergarden gets the win. He goes to 2-5 with the loss. Actually, Vergarden for the Mud Hens gets the loss. He goes to 2-5 with a 4.02 ERA. Kelly gets the win. He goes to 5-1, 2.45 ERA. Bellevue gets the save for Durham. Hessman homered in the game, his 12th and 13th. And congratulations to Mike Hessman for having the most home runs in the International League. So congratulations to Mike, of course. There's 2 things you got to know about Mike Hessman, folks. 2. He hits home runs. You live by the home run. You die by the home run. A lot of strikeouts. Just saying. Larry Parrish is back. Like what LP is doing with the club. I like the addition of Hessman, veteran leadership. Leonardton, Hessman together. Not a good combination. I would think you put Hessman maybe as your 4 hitter. Leonardton maybe your 6, in my opinion. You need to have a 4-6 combo. That's what I think. Make the 5th guy that's a solid hitter as well, too. But tonight the Mud Hens will get back into action. It will be Romero for Durham. He's 2-4 with a 4.73 ERA. Robbie Ray, the former Detroit Tiger, getting the start for the Toledo Mud Hens as he sent down 3-2 with a 1.53 with Toledo 6:30 start time on BCSN or 12:30 WCWA. And then tomorrow morning at 10:30, yours truly will be in the game at the game. So stop by and see me. Hankins will start for Toledo. He's 2-4 with a 6.22 ERA. Arise, for Durham. He's 4-3 with a 4.44 ERA. 10:30 in the morning, BCSN, 12:30 WCWA. And then Thursday, the Mudheads not yet deciding who they're going to throw out on the hill. Carnes for Durham, 3-2 with a 4.96 ERA. That game at 6:30 as well, too. And then the Mudhens will then host the Charlotte Knights in a 4-game series starting Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Okay, so let's get into the IL West standings for you. Indianapolis leads the division. They're 29-21, 6-4 in their last 10. Louisville is 24-26, 5 games out, 6-4 in their last 10. Columbus is 23-26, 5.5 out, 3-7 in their last 10. And then rounding out the division is the Toledo Mud Hens. The Mud Hens are 23-28, 6.5 games out of first place, 4-6 in their last 10 games. And it's early on in the season. Of course, we are a month into the season, but it's just almost a carbon copy of what we're seeing in the AL Central, with the Tigers running away with the division right now in the IL West standings. Well, since I was last on the program with you folks, the Columbus Blue Jackets clinched a playoff spot in the Stanley Cup playoffs. We waited and see who they were going to play in the first round. Was it going to be Boston, New York, or Pittsburgh? We found out it was Pittsburgh. Game 1, I got the chance to watch that game 1. It was a hard game to watch, but of course, getting the hard end of the loss on that one. But then, it finally happened. The Jackets go into Pittsburgh, pick up a big victory, winning their first ever playoff game on the road. I was ecstatic. Matt Calvert with the beauty out front. That's why you chip, chase, and you go for it. You chip, chase, you go for it. Of course, then I went down for Game 3. The Stanley Cup playoffs in Columbus, Ohio. Game 3 of the quarterfinals for the Eastern Conference. Oh, the energy in that building. Oh, it is amazing. I want to see that every game. If I'm the Blue Jacket faithful, I want to see more playoff hockey in Columbus. So what we saw in Game 3, of course, the Jackets jumping out to that early 2-0 lead, and then falling apart, giving the lead back, and then actually Pittsburgh tying it, Jackets taking the lead, and then the 2 quick goals from Pittsburgh to have Pittsburgh win it and take the series 2-1 in Game 3. I had an overall experience was great. The experience was great. I enjoyed it. I got down there early, took care of some of the festivities, got myself a t-shirt, some pennants, some autograph memorabilia, of course, for the Man Cave. More Man Cave memorabilia. But then Game 4. Game 4, when that started off, and Pittsburgh took the lead, I said, they're going to end this in 5. They're going to end this in 5. And then the rally began. Jackets getting on the board, getting early, getting that big goal early on. Then the 5-on-3. Tying, taking it to 3-2. And then Brandon Davidsky. The flurry puck. Rolled right over his stick. And Fleury tried to chip and chase, dumped it out right in front of Dubisky. Dubisky put it in the empty net. 3-3. And then the improbable, the miracle happened.
The Blue Jackets get it up the center ice. There's Umberger getting rid of it. Down it goes. The shot. Score! Foligno! Scores! Columbus sends it back to Pittsburgh. Tied.
Nick Foligno with the game winner in overtime in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinal against the Pittsburgh Penguins. When that happened, we were here at the house watching it, and the house just exploded with cheers and excitement because we knew that this team stayed with it, they pressed, they fought hard, and they got the victory. Gave the fans at Nationwide, 200 West Nationwide Boulevard, a victory. It was great. The series was tied at 2. Went back to Pittsburgh. Fell apart. And then Game 6 back at Nationwide. We got beat by a better team. We'll admit that. Pittsburgh did beat us. We did rally. But in the end, we fell short and lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins in 6 games. 4 games to 2. But we got 2 wins in the playoff series. Our first win and our first home win in the playoffs. We went to 6 games. How many games did the Red Wings go? We went further than Detroit. I'm glad for that. It is only the beginning for the Blue Jackets. It is only the beginning for this team. This team is great. And then I got the thing out of the dispatch about Umberger wanting to trade. I don't think it's a good decision. But that's just me. You want to say anything about it? Comment, tweet it. It is at All Andy Alfred. Tweet at All Andy Alfred if you feel the same way that Umberger should not leave the Blue Jacket organization, the team itself. Because I don't. I really don't think he should. It's just, you need leadership. And he helped that win in Game 4. And he wants to leave for better graces. I understand. He's been there for a long time. He's been injured back and forth. But you don't mess with veteran leadership. You don't. And I don't think they should either. But of course, the Blue Jackets were eliminated. Pittsburgh then took on the New York Rangers. Oh, I hate the Rangers. Rick Nash. Broussard and everybody else like that, you know, I give respect to. John Moore, Derek Dorsett, yeah, respect them. Nash, oh, I can't stand him. Can't stand him. And then New York upsets Pittsburgh. And then I got chastised for what I said about the Hawks. And I'm going to tell you this, okay? Where they're at now, and after what we saw last night, there is no way that somebody's going to break the 97-98 Detroit Red Wings streak of winning 2 straight cups. I'm just telling you that now, Hawks fans. I don't think you're going to win the next game. I think LA is going to go to the Stanley Cup final. But I want Montreal to win. So Nash and the Rangers don't make it. That city doesn't care about the Rangers. Neither does LA. The only teams that Montreal, and I will say Chicago does care about their hockey team. They do, but it's because of the ownership. When William Wirtz died, the team skyrocketed back up to popularity. Before Wirtz, nobody wanted to go to the UC. That's a fact. last night, the Kings gave it to the Chicago Blackhawks. Final score of 5-2. Kings take a 3-1 lead. Tonight, Game 5 at the Bell Center between Montreal and New York. New York leading the series 3-1. 8 o'clock start time, CBC, NBC, SN. Well, in the NBA, of course, the LeBron James. Well, it's going to be for certain that the Heat are probably going to make the finals. I told you that at the beginning of this season. The Heat were probably going to get to the finals. Well, it's just going to depend on now who's going to be. Is it going to be a rematch of last season between the Spurs or the season before? OKC. San Antonio leads the series 2-1, 9 o'clock tonight on TNT, but the Heat were a winner 102-90 over the Indiana Pacers. What else to say? But it just boggles my mind. Hey, Ryan Hunter-Reay, congratulations on the big victory at Indianapolis, getting his big win. Helio Castroneves' second, but this weekend in Detroit, it is the Belle Isle duels this weekend on the island for the IRL as well. 2 recommendations, and of course the Mud Hens are home tonight. They'll take on the Durham Bulls. It's going to be a little bit of a nasty evening, pop-up thunderstorms this evening to look out for as well too. So the Mud Hens return home. Yours truly will probably be down there tomorrow night. See the Mud Hens tomorrow morning to take the Mud Hens take on the Durham Bulls, the AAA farm team of the Tampa Bay Rays. NHL final tonight, of course, New York taking on Montreal as well too. Hey, if you want to comment on this show, if you think I'm an idiot, which I know I bet you a bunch of you think I am. I see some of the comments in Facebook messages. You think my dancing skills is horrible? Comment the page. Or send me a tweet. It is at All Andy Alfred. It is at All Andy Alfred on Twitter, of course, too. And, of course, it has been a pleasure to be on the program with you today. We'll be back tomorrow. We're going to do a show tomorrow morning, early on in the morning, of course, for the Mud Hen game, of course. It'll be either the morning or in the afternoon. We have not yet decided, depending on what time the game gets out tomorrow afternoon at 10:30 in the morning. We'll see what happens. But until then, folks, it has been a pleasure to be on the program and being back on the air with you guys today on All Andy Alfred. It's a privilege and a pleasure to do this job. I enjoy it. If you want to contact me on a job, I like to do that. Contact me. It's at All Andy Alfred on Twitter. And so much more. But until tomorrow, I'm Andy Alfred, and I hope you have a terrific rest of the evening. Go Tigers! Go Tribe! Go Hens! Come on, Hen. Come on, Habs. The drive to 25. And I don't know who to root for, San Antonio or Gracie. No matter what happens, either one of those teams needs to win. Till then, I'm pulling for you. We're all in this together. The game of life. And to the teams behind me, and to your team that you root for at home as well. Victory is sweetest when you have tasted defeat. Have a great evening, everybody. I will see you tomorrow for another edition of All Andy Alfred. I love you. Have a great evening, everybody. Take me out, Cash, with some of that more song.
Round in circles, here we go, with the highest highs and the lowest lows. But no one shakes me like you do. My best mistake was you. You're my sweet affliction, 'cause you hurt me right, but you do it nice. Round in circles, here we go.
It's so good to be back! I hope you take me home and share it with your friends. I'll see you tomorrow. for another edition of this great program. See you later.